think we are about ready to start. Let me just double check something. Oh, that was loud. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. All right, or afternoon. Good night. Whatever time it is. Let's see what's sold. Okay, my belt finally sold. Old Nebulous and the boots I crafted. Good shit. Definitely not morning. Okay. I think I want to start this one off with, let me see, essences. I actually have some envy essences, so I want to start by maybe crafting. Let me see here. I think we want, I think it's 83 minimum. I finished boots yesterday. Yeah, but crafting is good money. Need 85. Yeah, but 83 can resell. 85 I'm paying usually a lot more, no? Yeah, it goes from 1 divine to 5. I'll just, if I'm profiting, I feel like I just go with something like this. It's much easier now. Cheaper base, more essence spam. Right, because when you add an extra tier, you also are increasing the probability to roll it, right? That's how tiers work, no? You can get 83 fracture life, then recom with 85, 50-50 you keep the fracture, and the item level 85 shoes. It's pretty smart, but I don't feel like recomming. Me and recom are not good friends. Okay, so we're looking for, let's see here. Regenerate, ideally, and then we slam for resistance in the league mechanic. Let's see here.
Welcome back.
Liquidate your fusings. Their price shot up temporarily. Wait, what caused fusings to go up in price? The heck? Ah, such a bad life regen, right? Ooh. Ooh, that's good. Let me suffix the prefix here. I saw they're finally putting a crafting bench in Bestiary. That's kind of crazy to think of. No? We went through so long with no crafting bench in here. That's kind of crazy. It did not pull the right mod. Okay, back to spamming. I mean, you know what? That's kind of cool, actually. I'll take that for Profit Craft. Wait, that, like, I could actually just sell that as is. 30 MS, T1 res, T3 life regenerate. I don't have to do anything. I mean, obviously I could make them better, but I'll take it. lightning to fire. 20C boots. Nah, it should be more than 20C. Okay. I don't need them. I already have good boots. I need to elevate my max fire res. Get me another Adorn jewel back, but I don't feel like doing that right now. Okay. You're saying liquidate my fusings. 3,278. Well, they're not at 8 anymore. They're at like 10. I mean, I could still just get rid of them. That's such a terrible trade. Holy shit. Bro, I'd rather just hold on to my fusings. What could have caused fusings to go up in price? What am I scrying? Fortunate right now. Just because it's common. I kind of want to go back to like a jackpot one, but fortunate is what I've got at the moment. Probably the incoming Legion change. Oh, I guess I haven't watched the interview yet, so... Get Graveyard. Is that for the Divines? I feel like they're so rare. Want the patch notes preview? I'll just wait. People will talk about it soon, so it's okay. What do I need here? I need 5 containment, a lot of potency. Containment. Oh, they went down. Nice. Some info from the interview. Quantity from your map increases the odds of anomalies. That's interesting. I don't know how much that matters versus like juicing versus like speeding your maps, right? You have the regex for rolling 16.5. For this strat specifically, it's on the website. Let me see how easy it is to see. Under Atlas and late game. Not this one. This one here. Did I put the regex in here? I definitely put it in, but I don't know if it, because it didn't fit in correctly. It's fine. Okay, one sec. That should work.
Greetings.
Okay. I need 9 regular ambush scarabs. And I need, looks like, 12 potency.
Hail, Godslayer.
Potency is really cheap, no? Yeah, potency is super cheap. Cool, whatever.
Someone will bite, I'm certain.
And then compartments. Okay. What Elder Ichor do I need for 2 max res? There is no Ichor. You have to use is it conflict? You have to conflict, and I think it's, I don't know if it's this one, so like the one after this or the next one. You can POB it, or not POB it, but just Google it and look at Craft to Exile or POEDB. Should show.
Yeah. If you insist.
Spam Grand Exarch, and then win conflict twice. Yeah. All right. Let me see. This POE. Let's go ahead and listen to this interview. Add some text on the screen. 1 second. Just remove view. Okay. All right. Or Ziz said he won't do any more interviews after the shit he got from people for it. I mean, sadly, that is the reality of all content creation. It's a very similar boat as to why I don't do private leagues anymore, I'd imagine. But that's life. That is life. You can't, Ziz didn't say that. Oh. Well, is what it is.
Lose yourself within this thread and I cannot help you. Leave now.
Actually, Ting? Yep. It's a nightmare. This is definitely something that needs to be addressed, and whether they are going to address it or not, I mean, we'll see. But the issue with mercenaries is getting the mercenary started, right? Like, once you get a mercenary started, you effectively now have a build online. You can play the game, you can map clear, you can kind of do other things, right? But it's definitely a large part of it is getting to that point, right? For sure. At least that's how I feel. See, the problem though with like
Abandon this fool's
the
errand.
problem with like the perfect mercenary is
Only you know the words.
it feels bad when you hire a mercenary and your mercenary, as Ziz said, kind of just like spams the shit you didn't want. It would feel so much better if like your mercenary starts with a 5 link and then, how do I explain this? Like, it's clunky, you know? Like, it's not just like a direct power increep, right? Going from a merc who is somewhat functional, but only somewhat functional when he spams the right skill, to a merc that is not perfect, but just not fucked up, is like huge, right? So I feel like it would be nice to see a way to like not make them roll so many different skills, but I think that this is kind of almost like a communication error. Like, when you have a merc who has, I don't know, all of these different skills, and you just want 1 or 2 specific skills from them, not because they're just OP, but because it functions like a player now, it's spamming their regular skill. Like, it shouldn't, I feel like it shouldn't be that much work to just, like, get that set up, you know? Yo, this Merc is BIS for Luminary. Why? It's only a 5-link kinetic blast. Does it have, it doesn't even have returning projectiles. What do you mean? It doesn't have a movement skill, though. I'll rematch it anyway and sell it.
By all means, throw your life away. Guardians strike true. Don't tell my house. They'd never let me live it down.
I agree with that. No, because I know that's a dev team, but no, because they're literally using skills that like we don't have access to. They have built-in like penetration and shit. Like it's this wild. I don't know, that is wild.
You've had a sail, Exile. Check in with me when you...
Please do not make my mistakes your own.
Holy, boats are OP.
I cannot do this yet.
I think being presented multiple options and using your IQ to take the better option is what makes it feel much better than just I click button, what happened? You know, you're making the conscious decision to spend currency, but to get, you know, avenue over your choice. And I think that that is good, right? I think that's very good. I think that that's something we don't usually get. You know, usually... Oh, yo. 68 spell damage, 107 crit chance? No way this is worth anything, right? It looks cool, though. 1C. Okay, got it.
I've got some wealth for you.
It's a good way to look at it. I have a dumb question that nobody will like. What if base gear only dropped in maps? Base gear? What happens in the campaign then? Also, give me a sec. Let me go grab real fast. That means that base rare magic white bases didn't drop on, say, Heist. Well, what's the end result in this? I'm confused. You got a white monster? No, I got this, like... What does yerba mean? It's yerba tea, and it tastes really fucking bad, but I opened it, and I'm drinking it, so...
You gamble with forces you barely comprehend.
Oh. Extra chaos, less flask effect, so I'm not chaos capped.
We've made a trade.
And crit, yeah.
If you think I'm
Was that really necessary? Exile. I'm a man of my word.
Yeah, but the issue is that having a debuff on you for 10% increased damage taken makes a lot of things a lot harder to kind of like it's just not an ideal stat to take, you know, like it's inconsistent. I don't really like that. The other afflictions aren't too bad, but the increased damage taken is kind of I don't know. The theming? I mean, like, it sounds cool, but as I feel you, I play softcore, and I still think it's crazy.
Greek? How far the art of trade has fallen.
You've had a sailing.
I did not foresee.
You've had a sail, exile.
Hello.
You gamble with forces you barely comprehend.
I don't think I like all res. You could do the math on it if you think it's gonna be okay. All res cannot be converted to fire, right? Which is the main issue. Hold on, I want to listen to that again. I mean, I tried to min-max the SRI POV, and I min-maxed it too much for players. So, assuming it lives, I'll just rip the totem cluster, and I'll rip the duration nodes, and just make a note about it. What can I say? I did my homework too well, and it ended up being a downside. Tai Tai, thanks for the raid. We're listening to this interview while we map. How you doing, guys?
You've had a sale, Exile.
Yeah. A prize.
Genuinely, this might be kind of harsh, but this should not even have to be, like, a topic. No hate to the GGG devs, they do great content, but the quality of life on testing is virtually non-existent, and, I mean, really should be fixed, because we shouldn't be, you know, almost 2 weeks into a league, and we're asking for quality of life with a league mechanic when the entire game is currently around that league mechanic. So it sucks, but, like, you know, after beta testing their game now for like 13 years, I would really like for this to be fixed. They explain why in a sec. Yeah, I'm just giving my opinion on things, you know. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's never going to be a good time to pause in the interview when people have watched already, right? People are always going to be like, keep watching, they're going to say it.
Forlorn, sorrowful. Was once honest. See sins fall in line.
Devs play the game differently than most of us, so we see things that they don't. The pipe dream of testing a dev team and having no quality life is an illusion. Not really. A lot of people that do QA could just be like QA doesn't necessarily have to mean that, like, you're a game developer. Am I wrong here with this? Oh, that's actually crazy, yeah. It's crazy good. Sick corruption.
These worlds are not yours.
How would you ever do QA in this game without spilling the beans of strats? You sign an NDA and get paid like a normal job? Am I misunderstanding something here? What do you mean? There was a time they did this and I remember what happened. I don't care about that, you know, like if people leak stuff, then you fire them and you hire more people. You know, hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions of people, should not be at mercy of one or two people leaking things. Like, I don't agree with that take, sorry. I think that they could absolutely step up in the testing department, and that's already kind of proven with them hiring more QA people at the start of the league, no? Abyss and beyond. You mean deleted like Harbinger? Feels bad, man.
Been a busy trading day.
There is no honor in what you are doing, only hubris.
Not only are we missing it though, but a big thing that PoE2 does that is good and bad. I say good and bad because I think that it still needs improvements, but you basically complete your atlas. Everyone has not the same atlas, but it's once you put all this stuff on your atlas, you can't fuck up anymore, you know? You just go run whatever content you want, use whatever tablets you want, do whatever you want. You're gonna get tinks, you're gonna make currency. POE1 is in a state where you can do whatever you want as long as you understand how to do it, but most of your loot that you're getting is not direct tinks. The loot that you're getting is loot that's static from, you know, I'm farming essence, I'm farming whatever, and you sell that. To actually sell tink items, you have to deploy specific strategies so that you can actually acquire these tinks, right? A lot of these strats were heavily nerfed / removed, right? For example, Breach was a big one for farming T0 uniques and other things. That strat got triple tapped, right? You could just look at the patch notes and see. RB was never like an extreme juicer, but synergized really well with Beyond. Harbinger was taken out. Old Abyss worked okay with Beyond. Abyss taken out. You know, Abyss literally it's gone. So a lot of that form of farming was quite literally yeeted out of the game. And there are still some farms that are okay, but there was more variety back then, and not only was there more variety, all of these forms printed some type of currency. A lot of people who play Path of Exile 1 in the extreme endgame, they don't want to just farm, you know, essence or farm harvest. You use these as gateways to get power on your character to farm the more juicy maps, which have the big tinks, basically, right? That's where like a lot of the fun kind of arrives in PoE. Trees made doing a mechanic without the points suck. That issue has existed since they put the tree in. Oh, are you guys are having a conversation? Never mind, you guys have that conversation.
I've got some wealth for you.
What is this bait stream name? Wait, what do you mean? Following your guide, but I don't understand how to increase damage as RF. If you read the gem, it tells you it scales off of your life pool. You can see, I can't move it to show you, but if you read it, it scales off your life. You can also see it has tags such as fire. Fire is an element, which means fire would work, right? Increase fire damage. Fire is an element, which means elemental damage would work. Fire also can apply burning, right? Burning and fire are kind of hand in hand. The only one that won't scale you is ignite, but you don't really have to worry about that. You can also go on my website FAQ just to teach you a little bit of how this works. And you can play around with the FAQ here. So for example, you type in scaling, right? How do you scale RF damage? Click, and then you can see an example of some modifiers that can scale you. We are discussing how the game has chase, but people want currency dopamine to feel anything is all. I mean, people want currency dopamine because it's why a lot of people have played the game for 10 years. A lot of the currency dopamine was removed. It's also not currency. It's rare items, right? People want rare things in their maps. People want to drop a Valdo's puzzle box, a Hinakora's lock, a mirror shard, right? People want to drop, you know, tier 0 items, mage blood, headhunter, you know, whatever it is, soul taker, things like that. People want these, and these items are now much more difficult to farm. The big thing with Path of Exile, what separates it so much from other games, is the amount of shit you can pack in your map, how you can't see your screen, but your character is borderline immortal because that's what you've put the currency in for, and you are just running until you get your tink, right? A lot of that power has, not power, but a lot of that end game has been pulled away, right? And some of the end game that's still there requires a very strong character at a lot less of what you had before. So it's always hard to take away, especially in video games, when players have hit a new height and then the next league comes out and they hit the same height with just less shit, you think to yourself, well, what's the point, you know? Like, it's a very common issue. It's why a lot of people have an issue right now with ground loot, right? It's not like it's a, you know, it's this like magical thing where we're all just lying about it, trying to get loot buff. Like, you can clearly tell with just the ratio of how things are in the market that there is a lack of desire for extreme endgame farms, right? It is a real thing. And the other thing, because I know I saw a few people bring up Valdo's maps. Valdo's maps are not good for comparison at all. The reason why most people play softcore trade is to not have the fear of losing their character. Running a Valdo's has a chance of voiding your character. So that's not, you know, that's a different avenue of endgame that a lot of people don't choose to elect in, right?
Greetings.
Can't you see?
I did pretext that the drops are not fine. Okay, I just randomly read that that you disagree with streamers on some takes, so I didn't mean to sound like against you. I was just speaking out as a whole. Chat, what do you think? I got an offer to go play Grim Dawn with some buddies. Parn, Yazzie, DM. You think we go peep Grim Dawn for a little bit? No. I might go and just stream it. Well, I mean, of course, it's group play. What do you mean? I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with doing this right now, but I do love group play. Group play is fun. Group play is always, I mean, what's the worst that happens? Hey guys, I'm not having fun, I'm gonna go back to POE. you know what I mean? Reference, by the way, I've played like many thousands of hours of Grim Dawn, so
trade.
All right, chat, we're going to pause this interview. We're going to have to come back to it later. I'm going to go on starting soon. We're going to switch to Grim Dawn, play it for a little bit. I got to go make a new Discord announcement. And I'm going to take down the YouTube stream for right now, boys, because I don't want to put Grim Dawn on there. You guys will have to come to Twitch if you want to check it out. Sorry, just a little bit of updating to Switch stuff.